Blessed day. This is my newest dessert, favorite dessert. Herbal granita. That looks like an elevated Italian icy. Like the kind we used to get from the truck, or the ones that we used to crush up and squeeze up through the tube. So it takes me back to my childhood, but in a more refreshing, elevated way. It's like nobody wanted a mint icy. It's like, but with herbal flavors of mint infused with honey and lemon, and best of all, you have access to it right from your yard. Things that just naturally pop up in the season, the new season. It's filling, it's refreshing. I don't know how I feel about it in winter, but for the summertime, this is going to be my jam. And it like really, it's so refreshing. And I've heard of granitas before, just never had one. It's like shaved ice. And so now I'm going to be getting fancy with it and using all the things that are popping up in my yard. I'm trying to figure out now how to exterminate, but how to elevate the experience. So delicious. And so, and of course, if you want to count, on the caloric side, it's refreshing. It's not heavy. It doesn't add to any kind of health or weight goals. And it really just makes me think about how, when we see things, what do we view them as? Do we view them as nuisances, things to get rid of? Or do we develop a curiosity about the things that traditionally we would say, this annoyance, this dandelion, let me find a chemical to exterminate it. Even, I will say, when I came here, I was enchanted with the idea of having to pick my own berries that were growing wild in my yard, until I realized, this requires a whole nother level of care and all the thorns, and they spread like wildfire, and then you're trying to manage and maintain them without getting stuck at every turn. And then I did have the perspective of, you know what, it's not cute anymore. They're taking over, and I can't even walk in certain areas without getting pricked. But then I stopped and I said, okay, how can I enjoy this? How can I enjoy the benefits of it instead of just being in my frustration wanting to eliminate it completely. And so now I'm finding ways that I can enjoy it. I do have to cut back and manage how it spreads, because it spreads. But it also involves a level of care and maintenance, as every worthwhile relationship will, worthwhile experience will. So instead of me going into full scorched earth mode, I'm trying to find how we can exist, coexist in a way that I benefit and you benefit. You get to live, and I get to have some berries and some flowers when they come in, and I get to see when they flower. It's beautiful. And now I just have to learn another skill of how to manage it. And I feel like a lot of things in our life that we blame the actual thing that we see comes about because we haven't learned how to manage it. And we haven't learned how to manage it because we have not taken the time to understand it. There's power in curiosity. So I'm looking now at things in my yard and I'm saying, what does this do? What is its purpose? I guess people don't understand that when dandelions show up and they proliferate throughout your yard, really what the dandelion is trying to do, because it has deep roots, is break up your hard, compacted soil so that the nutrients can be spread up throughout. But now you're seeing the dandelions, you're like, well, I want my yard a certain way, and everybody has the right. But without understanding, without the curiosity, you're not asking, why has this thing appeared? Why has this thing shown up? Why is it here in such numbers? And when you realize it's giving you a signal of your soil, then you can understand and appreciate it differently. You may not want to pick it and make dandelion wine or dandelion tea or coffee, but you can listen to the message that it's bringing you about how you need to improve the health of your soil. So I'm enjoying the challenges of learning my environment. And instead of trying to eradicate everything, I first try to find out about it and say, what is this? Is it something I can use? Is it something that could benefit me? Like I had to learn the hard way about poison ivy. There is no coexistence with poison ivy. But I did learn that you can make soap from English ivy. So, and I have done so. Because out of my curiosity, your life can be so enriched and protected in the case of poison ivy. Because when I found out the hard way, that rash was all over my body and took 3 weeks to heal. But now I know how to recognize it, I know how to handle it, I know how to protect myself. But in that same space, I can also learn what can benefit me. Pay attention. And by paying attention and asking questions and learning, being willing to learn, it can enhance and enrich your life so much. So, yeah, I have had a lot of experiences learning things, and with them there's the learning pains. I've learned how to identify a yellow jacket and their nest. I've learned about fire ants by multiple hospital visits. I've learned about wasps and their nature, and I have a mentor a nature mentor, who always says, just watch, just observe how things move around. When you see yellow jackets or when you see this kind of insect, watch its movements. It'll tell you and show you how to manage or navigate in its midst, how to protect yourself, how not to just go pulling up vines without identifying it. On the herbal front, I can understand and appreciate that. On the nature front, I'm learning to try to identify stuff before putting my hands on it or definitely putting it in my mouth. So there's danger in nature. People feel like because things are natural, that they're harmless. Natural will kill you dead in 2.1 seconds. So, just some mental meanderings I thought I'd share on this beautiful spring day. Be well and be blessed.